If you enjoy anime, be sure to come on down for 31 days of anime over on Mystic Sage. Also follow our TikToks for daily Pokemon and anime content. Links for all of those will be below. What's going on, everybody? And welcome back to another edition of our Best Team series. Today, we'll be discussing our best team for the Little Cup tier. In this video, I'll be going through the Smogon Little Cup tier and discussing a team that I have built that I feel is the best team for this tier. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like below and subscribe for more best team videos. Without wasting time, let's get right into the video. To start off our best team for Little Cup, I think it's only natural to start it off with the best Pokemon in the tier. Unlike most tiers that have a few strong Pokemon on top, Little Cup has a clear best Pokemon being Vullaby. Vullaby is extremely adaptable to whatever you need it to function on your team as, whether a wall, a sweeper, or even just overall support. Its typing, along with mixed offenses and strong coverage, allow it to be viable on any sort of build, whether balance, offense, or if you really feel like playing a more defensive team, it'd function well there. But I wouldn't recommend playing more bulky teams in Little Cup, as it usually won't go that well. So for our Vullaby's moveset, we have Brave Bird, Knockoff, Defog, and Heatwave. It may seem weird to run a mixed set, but there's a specific Pokemon you truly need Heatwave for, being Ferroseed. As I mentioned in my top 10 baby Pokemon video, Ferroseed is easily one of the strongest support Pokemon in this tier. Being able to freely set hazards on teams for more offensive win cons, along with its steel and grass typing, helps it take hits very well from Vullaby, while forcing it to take massive amounts of damage thanks to Iron Barbs and Brave Bird recoil. However, Heatwave allows it to avoid taking this recoil, with Defog being your way around hazard setters that may try to punish your draft. As for the rest of this set, Vullaby will be holding the Berry Juice, with the ability Weak Armor. Berry Juice, for context, is easily one of the best items in the tier outside of Eviolite, for the reason that most Pokemon only have around 20 HP, which means you'll basically be getting your HP back to full as long as you drop below half. This is massive for Vullaby, since you can have this pop after taking a physical attack, then gain 2 times speed while having enough HP after your defense drops to take priority attacks from notable Pokemon such as Grookey and Timber. For investment, you'll want to go with 236 attack, 76 special attack, and 196 speed, which with an adamant nature. This outpaces notable Pokemon such as Porygon and Timber, who otherwise will get off a massive amount of damage, with the adamant nature allowing you as much damage as possible with your stabs. Because it's level 5, you don't reach another stat point by going 252 instead. So 236 is as high as you need to invest here, which leaves you 76 left over to invest into your special attack stat for Ferroseed. Next up, let's get into support for Vullaby. There aren't many Pokemon that truly cause issues for you, however a couple noteworthy ones would be Onix and Magnemite. Onix being able to hardwall your set, meanwhile Magnemite is able to use Sturdy plus Thunderbolt to beat you really easily, while possibly even speed tying or outpacing your spread before you can Heatwave. There is one Pokemon that actually handles these both very easily though, being Trapinch. Trapinch is utilized in Little Cup mostly to trap opposing rock or steel types for sweepers such as Vullaby. While it's not as fast as Diglett and also lacks the rock support you'd get running it, Trapinch is a far better switch into threats like Onix, who would otherwise Dragon Dance and then use Rock Blast freely against most Pokemon in the tier. Because of your natural bulk, you can actually invest to take a hit, then use Giga Drain to gain all your HP back. First Impression is a great countermeasure to Abra as long as you break its sash ahead of time and it doesn't run Protect, while still also giving you a way to actually respond to threats such as Grookey offensively. Quick Attack is a strong backup priority option, while Earthquake is your main attack you'll use most of the time. Overall, Trapinch has very few rivals in the tier, and most of the threatening Pokemon, such as Grass types and Water types, can be easily checked by other members of your team. With Trapinch, you'll want to run the Arena Trap ability to make it useful at all, since its role will be exclusively the trap threats from your opponent's team to trade a KO for in order to help your matchup. Trapinch will never be the Pokemon you win with. However, Trapinch's job is to make your chances of winning increase by trapping Pokemon that otherwise scare Vullaby. You can increase your potential to take hits by running a more defensive spread like we are here, with 116 attack, 236 defense, 156 special defense with the Relaxed Nature. The Relaxed Nature allows you to deal more damage with Giga Drain to help your Onix matchup, while still taking hits better on both defensive ends so you don't worsen a matchup against opposing Rock or Steel types. With the Eviolite, your chances of taking these hits only increase that much further, as you'll boost your defenses each by 1.5 times, which makes Trapinch a very obnoxious Pokemon to kill, unlike Diglett, which would faint to a light breeze. Right now, we have Vullaby as our strong grass response here, but Trapinch also dislikes handling water types. A strong grass type here would help add on another electric resistance for Vullaby, as well as an offensive response to rock types in case Trapinch goes down, and even help to pressure water types that may threaten Trapinch. Overall, there are a couple of options we have to fill this role, but only a few of those will be able to add on a strong breaker to this team, being Grookey. Grookey is arguably one of the strongest breakers in the entire tier. With access to grassy terrain, which boosts its grass attacks by 1.5 damage, and the ability to pair with Trapinch, which can trap steel types that may wall Grookey, you're able to break through teams with ease using Grookey. Grookey has a lot of variations that can work, such as throwing on Protect or U-turn over Swords Dance if you'd rather have it be prepared to avoid first impression Trapinch or gain new momentum into other threats on your team. However, on this team, Swords Dance provides the greatest ease to handle bulkier Pokemon such as Mareanie or Ferroseed. Drain Punch and Wood Hammer should suffice to shatter most wall cores in the tier besides Foongus, and Grassy Glide in terrain will give you a strong priority option. Grookey has a rather simple investment with 236 in your attack and speed, and 36 in defense with a Life Orb and Grassy Surge. Sadly, your HP stat will hit 21, which is unavoidable since even with 0 HP levels, you can't actually reach 19. But that's not as big of a deal thanks to Grassy Terrain healing you back every turn anyway. With your Life Orb, you'll be able to damage teams even before you set up a Swords Dance, which also makes Grookey a phenomenal cleaner if you need it to. Grookey makes your games significantly easier due to the fact it's able to adapt very easily against most builds, whether they bring webs and you need strong priority to clean a team, if they bring fat and you need to just use Woodhammer a few times, or even if you just need something in between. Grookey will also help your team as a whole by providing recovery to other Pokemon passively that may not have any of their own, which makes this not only a strong breaker, but a great support option as well. Right now, we currently lack a strong check to Hail, which, while not very notable in the tier, would destroy the team currently as it is. Thankfully, we have a strong offensive response in the form of our next Pokemon, which will alleviate our next matchup against a few other notable Pokemon such as Pawniard and Scraggy in the tier. Next up on our team, we have none other than Timburr. Timburr's role on this team is really just to apply a bit more support to Vullaby against a few more niche matchups. I honestly wasn't very sure to put it in this spot, but knowing our Hail matchup was pretty bad, I knew it had to be a strong fighting or fire type. Timburr having a lot of natural bulk allowed it to fill that role rather well, while also giving us another priority option in Mach Punch to handle these faster threats. Most importantly of all, however, this helps against fat normal types such as Porygon and Munchlax, which can sit on teams with very little effort even when knocked off due to their natural bulk. Drain Punch allows a strong way to damage both of these, with Knockoff to help remove items such as Berry Juice or Eviolite that may get in the way of a sweep. Finally, Ice Punch helps add on another answer to Pokemon such as Foongus, which right now would sit on our team outside of Vullaby. I found this to be immeasurably useful while on the ladder, since it's helped make a potential Grookey endgame that much easier in case I need to use Vullaby earlier on to clear certain Pokemon such as Abra. Timburr's investment is 76 HP, 196 attack, and 236 defense with an Eviolite. This allows Timburr to have the strongest breaking power with the Adamant nature, while still having a strong physically defensive leaning to handle most of the threatening Pokemon in the tier. Since Pokemon such as Abra and Staryu will beat you anyway, you don't really need to invest into your special defense for any noteworthy Pokemon in the tier, which means you can just throw everything into your physical defense here to handle everything. Iron Fist is ideal here, since there isn't as much status in the tier besides Scald Burns as there is in other formats such as OU, which with the Iron Fist boost, you'll be boosting all of your attacks besides knockoff. We've gone over primarily physical threats so far, but what about especially offensive WinCon? As I mentioned previously, fat normals are actually incredibly hard to break without a strong fighting type, which we have Timber to handle right now offensively. Thanks to this, the next natural addition to our team should be none other than Porygon. Porygon's main job on this team is a backup sweeper to Vullaby. With Tri-Attack, Ice Beam, and Psychic, you handle everything besides strong steel types in the tier. Thanks to Trapinch, you already trap these, which makes Porygon's job effortless to sweep. Thanks to Download, you're able to gain a special attack boost on a fair bit of the tier, since most Pokemon invest for threats such as Grookey, Pawniard, Mienfoo, etc., which helps you get a +1 special attack by entering the field. With Agility, you'll be able to outpace any non-Scarf Pokemon in the tier with ease, which will help you destroy most teams with very little effort. The ideal investment here would be 236 special attack, 76 special defense, and 196 speed. This, with a timid nature, will give you the fastest spread possible since Porygon naturally is a fairly slow Pokemon. And you don't really need Modest anyway, thanks to Download. And your incredibly high 85 special attack, which is tied for the 5th highest in the entire tier. If you add on an Eviolite, even without recovery, you'll have most Pokemon struggling to take you out, since after an Agility, most people will resort to priority to damage you since they'll otherwise be one-shot. This allows Porygon in most matches to claim multiple knockouts, which only makes your job of winning that much easier. Finally, we have to throw some sort of switch in on the team. While we have bulkier Pokemon, such as Vullaby and Timber, neither want to be a dedicated check to most Pokemon, especially fighting types. Luckily, there's a water type that sits above the rest that also checks fighting types very freely, being Mareanie. With this moveset, you're able to aim to burn the majority of the tier thanks to Scald, which will only help even more with taking on physical hits from the majority physical tier. Knockoff helps you get rid of annoying items as previously mentioned, and Sludge Bomb helps you specifically with matchups against Fairies and Grookey since you don't really have any other Fairy resist, and Grookey just is naturally annoying anyway. Recover helps you keep yourself healthy in case you just can't switch out to take advantage of Regenerator, which will allow you to continue walling things without the worry of picking some other Pokemon to sack. With your investment, it's a bit weird, but you'll want to run 116 in HP, 180 in both defenses, and 12 in both offenses. The 116 HP and 180 in each defense stat allows for you to take hits as well as possible against physical and special Pokemon, with the 12 in both offenses just being left over. You can't invest the extra 32 EVs into any other stat, but both of your offensive stats at least can make up to 12 investment in order to actually make any difference in your stat number. With a bold nature, you'll be able to take hits better on the physical end, which is primarily what you'll need to check as established earlier, but you'll still have enough on the specially defensive end just in case. Well, that's going to do it for my best team for Little Cup. Be sure to let me know in the comments what you thought about this team, as well as what you'd like to see next in our best team series. It's been a while since I've done a competitive best team, and I really enjoyed doing this one, so I'd be stoked to do even more based on your guys' suggestions. Hey, welcome to my new outro. A big thank you to everyone for watching the video. I want to give a huge thanks to my phenomenal team, and for the amazing art done each week by Danny the Demon. I couldn't do all this without them. If y'all enjoyed the video and want to see more content like this, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Be sure to leave a comment too, it really helps us out. I have a brand new TikTok for Mystic Umbreon, and I've got a goal to get the 10K followers over there. If we can hit that goal, I'm going to pick a random video suggested to me by you guys and do it. So go over there and leave a follow. Also over on Mystic Sage in the month of July, I'll be uploading one video a day. We've got content from My Hero to Demon Slayer to Black Clover. So come over to check it out. And also check out Mystic Sage on TikTok. Finally, I've got an Amazon store where we sell tons of Pokemon and anime products. I think I'm gonna wrap this up though. I'm Mystic Umbreon, and I'll see you next time with some more amazing Pokemon content.